Now, JSE-listed residential property developer Calgro M3 is pulling out of KwaZulu-Natal. It says it's due to pressure from the so-called construction mafia. The company also wants to pull out of two projects it had already began. The CEO of Calgro M3, Wickus Lategan, joins us now for more on this. Wickus, thank you very much for your time this morning. I must say, this is a very concerning issue, and one assumes that a decision such as this one was not arrived at very easily. The situation must have honestly been untenable.
Yeah, morning to yourselves and morning to the viewers. It's a decision taken over the last 2 to 3 years. Maybe just to say at this stage, we're actually building. We're handing over units in December, and the project for the last 9 months has been running smooth. But from being a listed company representing public money and pensioners' money, we have to do responsible capital allocation. And what we said to ourselves is we're doing well in Gauteng. You'd have seen our results actually came out on Monday as well, and we're up 33%. We're delivering a lot of houses. We've got nearly 4,000 houses under construction. Why do we have to operate in a province where there's these stringent relationships? And it's not about us. We can deal with it. And it's not, even the extortion is not from us, and the activity is not necessarily us. It's more to the workforce. And if the workforce is not well motivated, we always have this example. We don't work for the community, we work with the community to provide human settlements housing for the community. And it's all about community upliftment, making them part of the economic environment. And you've got these external forces. So it's very sad for us, but it's a decision definitely not taken lightly and taken over a three-year period in time. As I say, for the last 9 months, we actually had no issues.
But when we speak of the construction mafia, just to get a sense of what exactly you were dealing with on the ground, when we speak of the construction mafia, are we talking about a single organization whose members come on site, or you have several organizations with the same modus operandi that come on site?
I think it's several organizations, it's several individuals. I think it's also sometimes people, and I think the construction mafia word is sometimes used in vain. I think it's sometimes just individuals trying to extort the system for personal undue gain. And sorry for the directness of that. Again, back to my earlier example, we enter these sites, we work hard, we do a lot of training, we take people from unemployed, we employ them, they put food on their table, and then these sites just get stopped. So they don't, at some stage they tried to come after us, and the site was closed for 6 months, but that's 18 months ago, actually 24 months ago, because we didn't want to give in to their demands.
And what exactly were the demands? Apologies for interjecting there. Is it that they want a share of the contract, or they want employment for locals? What exactly would they demand?
No, they want employment for their people, and that's not the way we operate. We operate between 70 and 80% local labor, and our definition of local labor is within a 5-kilometer radius from that specific construction site. So we really uplift economic activity in the area we operate in. They want to bring people from outside. I must compliment law enforcement as well as the eThekwini municipality, and specifically the Deputy Mayor's office, that assisted us greatly at the time. But unfortunately, South Africa is actually a very well-regulated country, and if you try to comply to the law, it takes you quite a bit of a long process and a stringent process to get rid of these forces that almost force their way in closing these sites in an undue manner. And that's quite sad. But again, municipalities can't just go out and break the law again. Two wrongs doesn't make a right.
Speaking of municipalities, I'm sure you've already seen the response by eThekwini on your decision to pull out. Their statement basically suggests that you had no desire to partake in a social facilitation process led by them, which would have probably, according to them, ensured that there are no interruptions in your operations. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, maybe it's better to say as little as possible. They have interjected, they have assisted, like I've said just now, and in several communication yesterday before their statement. So I think everyone has tried to assist. It's for us, it's a capital, and you'd have seen it's also not only about that. It's about capital allocation, it's about uplifting communities, it's about generating return for our capital base, because if we cannot generate a sustainable return, we don't have capital to deliver human settlements. So it's a broader topic.
So what of the changes that were made there? Because I know organizations such as Dela Ngokubona have since reformed. They said now they're doing things within the ambit of the law. They'll no longer be doing that mafia type of operation that they were running before. So you're thinking even now that some of those organizations have reformed, it's too late?
I think it will change over time. Remember, these things don't just change overnight. So you would have seen the statement was that we're not going to continue. We still have property down there, and we'll go back there at some stage, hopefully. But just in the short to medium term, we're pulling out, we're finishing this project, and then the last parcel of land we'll develop at a later stage. We can't sell that. So it's not a general permanent decision, but it's definitely a decision for the short and the medium term, because these organizations will take time to transform.